Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Season 3 North America Qualifiers. We are here with the Small Dads Go to Heaven up against Heating Up. A little bit of a merry-go-round looking for the falafel game, but I guess it is not meant to be. That means we are going to get this game rolling. I'm the FourCourtJester, with me the S3 IRD, and I'm going to go make a scoreboard for this. So it's all you, Bird.
Yeah, definitely indeed. We're going to be seeing the lane matchup coming over here. When we got Otter on that Varus, Manny Bear on the Riot, Sicko Scott. Heard of that name before? Going to be playing onto that Olaf. Abyssissa? That's all I'm going to say about Donna's name right over there. And Vax. It's a good one. More short, quick. Shen going to be played up here. Complexity Rise going to be on the air on the Kazakhs. Grim Samurai on that Leeson, and we'll see a little bit of level 1 fight, but just pretty much everyone saying some love taps, saying hello to each other, and we're going to be seeing probably a ward out. That's probably the only thing that the blue team slash Small Dads want to go to heaven. Small Dads Go to Heaven wants to really do. So they didn't get that ward down, but they do know that the red is going to be taken away from the Heating Up team. So Heating Up is going to be pretty well into that. A little bit other things other than that, Chase on Fire, you probably noticed him. He is an AD carry that's on featured games a little bit, so he's a good solo Q carry. Other than that, Plexi Nero, good jungler, and Cheesy Cookie gonna be lining out the Tark at the bottom lane for the team of Heating Up.
Minions have spawned.
You say the Cheesy Cookie?
Yes, that's his name. Cheesy.
It's a brilliant name. Cheesy Cookie. Nobody ever expects cheese and cookies.
Very cheesy.
Very cheesy. All right, either way, scoreboard is now up. Best of 3 ready to go. And as you can see, no invades going down. I do think the scoreboard was arranged, so top lane going to be that Kazakhs. And that's something we've been seeing a lot banned out of the EU since we just finished like 4 games of EU. But no Kazakhs, so I'm kind of happy that we're going to get that. But no, it's going to be a Kazakhs mid. What am I talking about?
Yeah, Kazakhs did lots of good damage output. I was playing Kazakhs today against I think it was a Katarina or Evelyn or something like that, and I was down like 2 kills or something like that, but it still didn't really matter because Kazakhs still did enough damage to just come back into the game. It's just kind of how the AD Bruiser mentality is, AD Assassin mentality is coming in, and truthfully you can just do a lot of things wrong and still come out ahead. Just like how Evelyn works out, but overall, really good stuff coming out. Complexity Ryan's going to be able to pick that one up over there for the Kazakhs mid. By the 8 on the CS score, good thing to build up to is that Rise. Even though, truthfully, it might not work out, Rise is a little bit tankier. It does kind of build up into a Glacier Shot and such like that. So it can deny some of that damage that you're going to be bringing out, especially with, usually what you see with Kazakhs, get that Brutalizer first really quickly, get some sustain as well with like either Advanced Step or something like that, but overall, just work out to that really, really detrimental blade of the armor shred slash the damage shred.
The shreds, might as well just Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but in comes Cho'Gath from the back. We're gonna get Kazakhs jumping on top of the Banny Bear as well, looking for that flash, but he does get an ignite on him, and the potions will not be enough to counteract that. First blood going down to Kazakhs, and this is gonna start an extremely deadly snowball as AD Bruisers. I mean, I think we saw this in an Alienware match that we were doing back on Thursday. Kazakhs versus Rise, and Rise, if he cannot get a first blood, just goes down extremely hard.
I mean, we just saw in the last, I think it was the last team or the last 2 games, I mean, in the EU seeding round, I mean, Rise can't really do anything if he's going to be denied, and this is looking like that kind of same situation. As long as Rise can't really get any items, it's going to be a really bad time. And Kazakhs, especially since he does have the leap ability, which actually helps him out to close out abilities, and then Void Assault as well, he's going to be able to close out, get some good ganks over bottom lane, get some good ganks over top lane, and really detriment the team. And it's not going to be fun for the team, truthfully, if Rise is going to be down and out. So they're going to need to help out this Rise. Fat's going to need to help out over there, and Leeson's going to get ganked on right now from the Olaf. Or we go to bot.
Yeah, or we'll go to bot. Yeah, I was looking cheesy cookie, but Grim Samurai is going to flash on out of that, puts down the ward with the safeguard. It looks like he's going to be okay, but flash down, mission accomplished. If only that Shadow Dash had hit, might have been a different situation. But, you know, some good pressure top lane, good pressure mid, because, you know, that Rise, again, as you're saying, they kind of need to help him out. So trying to counter with that top lane kill. I don't know if snowballing a Shen can actually help you counter a snowbally Kha'Zix, but I'm looking at this bottom lane composition. Cheesy Cookie on that Taric. We've seen Ezreal Taric, but we haven't seen an Ezreal Taric team win in our qualifiers.
Yeah, unfortunately for that, but Ezreal Tech is more of a kind of pop stop, kind of good lane top matchup with GC flexing there. Actually, I'm coming on the side. Other is going to get popped up, going to have to use that flash to get out of there, but Chase on Fire still going on after Tuners, and after Turris is going to be able to get away from there. Varus really quickly, a lot of people don't truly play him too much, and Varus is actually one of the greatest control AD carries, just like Vayne is, truthfully, and again, same kind of situation with Vayne. Not the greatest in that mid-game situation, but the early game and the late game of Varus is just super strong. Once you get that passive rocking with one kill, it literally smudges up his speed up. The 60% buff when you do get one kill from, actually I think 40% from champion and 20% when you do get it from minion. Has a little bit of a small cooldown, but one of the best things about Varus is once he gets snowbally, it's going to be really, really detrimental for the team of heating up.
Nero going to be taking a little bit of flag. I think we had a coordinated gank looking there, but Sicko Scott might get turned around upon, as we did have Kha'Zix jump on into that, and it will be a second kill for our mid AD Kha'Zix. Really good work right there, as they turn that gank back on top of its head. 2-0 now for the heating up, and as people are saying in chat, things are heating up, Bird.
Could they possibly go on fire?
If you heat up enough, I guess. Instant combustion.
And then boom shakalaka is only coming down there. There's no dunking. Well, I guess if you leap in the air and you score the kill, I guess that's like
oh,
a
was that an
three-pointer.
NBA? That was an NBA
jam. Yeah, that was
jam.
an NBA jam.
Got it. We gotta really get off that topic.
Grand Samurai actually gonna get shouted at upon that is gonna do a little bit of damage back over there, but didn't actually take out too much tower aggro slash. I don't think he actually took tower aggro from there. From some reason, back away out of dodge. 51-26. One of the things that Lee Sin does is play aggressive. One of the things that Kha'Zix does is play aggressive. One of the things that actually Cho'Gath does is actually play really good counter ganks and such. But anyway, aggression is gonna be on the mind for heating up, and they're gonna heat up to this dragon right now. And bad jokes aside, it's looking pretty good for them right now. 1.6k up on the goal score.
Every little advantage will help out that early game, and right now heating up with that 2-0 and that goal. I mean, yeah, it's going to be their game to develop into more that mid. Now Cheesy Cookie going to come in, throw out that stun, no problem. A little bit of return there on that arrow. Varus, I mean, it's something of a more atypical AD. You don't see him that often. He's not exactly the easiest AD to play. It's not like Ashe, where it's pretty much just shoot point blank arrows and win the game, but you know, Varus, a really good Varus, can really make a big difference in his games.
I think the biggest thing about Varus is underwhelming is that the early game is kind of strong, but you don't really see it truthfully. It's because of that the circle rain of arrows. Like, it does the knife debuff that you would always like to see from an MF, but it does it in a circular pattern. It also slows down a little bit. It also does tons of burst damage. So truthfully, that's what you want in an AD carry. You have that burst damage, plus on top of that you have an ignite debuff, which is really, really good. So truthfully, that's the biggest thing about Varus. If you can get those procs on top of your W passive, you get a really good burst damage onto any of your AD carriers or anything literally that's in front of you. And that's why you see people can outplay with Varus a little bit more over so. But on the other hand, if you don't have everything working out together, I feel like people in the beginning of when Varus is actually released maxed out piercing arrow. It was good, but truthfully not more reliable, and we'll see if this bottom game's gonna be happening, or we'll just flip back right up.
Jumping right on in, Kha'Zix looking for that stun, are gonna get that true shot barrage off, and it will be Kha'Zix actually picking up the kill. Out goes that ultimate out of honor, but it's just basically gonna stop Kha'Zix in his tracks, but still damage was done. Gank successful, 3-0 now for our mid Kha'Zix, who has boots as well as that brutalize, and you can just feel that snowball getting heavier as it's getting just that much more massive for heating up.
Black Cleaver enemy probably belt in the next few minutes. Yeah, Perez can't stop him, no one can stop him, and unfortunately for not, Kha'Zix is just going to be Kha'Zix. The only way it can really stop a Kha'Zix is actually in a good team fight and making sure that you're all together. Fat is going to go right onto Grim Samurai. Grim Samurai is going to get out of there. Fat actually getting feasted upon and actually getting picked up on and actually burning out a flash as well. Unfortunate times for that Fat.
That auto attack, man. Ignite going to be taken down on Kha'Zix. That will be the shutdown spree. Really good to see. Rise not going to be given up just that easily. Now he does have himself the Tear of the Goddess, so he's going to be stacking that up. Hopefully turn it into a Seraph a little bit later, but that's a really good pickup there. And now it does look like we are going to be putting up pressure on the Dragon here from Small Dads Go to Heaven. If they can get that Dragon, they should be able to pretty much tie up the gold, especially if they can catch out this Cho'Gath. Oh, this could be bad. The Rupture going off, but Ragnarok does not care. Fortunately, that axe will not land. I don't think we have another Rune Prison quite yet, so he will survive, and because of that pressure, he also stopped the Dragon. So good move that from there. Good move from heating up right there.
It's surprising to see that Olaf wants to go and dodge in from that Rupture, but Olaf probably could have actually stayed in, probably put in one more undertow, and did miss the undertow right after that. Could have actually secured the kill onto Nero, and I don't think Nero was actually in any position to actually go in and kill. I guess they didn't really know the timer on that feast, and they could have been up. I mean, it was close to being up, but it wasn't actually up then. And unfortunately for that, just missed opportunity for Small Dads to go to Heaven, and they are falling a little bit more behind, as if anything, coming in.
Kha'Zix coming on back, has himself the Merc Treads, so I guess we're really going to be trying to counter out some of the CC that we do have to the name. Fat going to get cooked right there into the tower. Only does take one, but he's pretty decently tanky at this point, not going down at all. Ignite going to be burned out as well. Rupture not going to get dodged. I think he got the feint up at the last second, but still, he is getting burned down really, really slowly, and burning some fat is usually a good thing, but here is just going to be a death for him. Shadow Dash going in. I don't think he wants to get hit by that Kha'Zix at all, and yes, he will deny the assist and or the kill on top of Kha'Zix, so making the best of a bad situation.
Shen, I don't know, got cooked up just a little too much, and now the oil is burning on the fire. Heating up, your team name is alluding to a lot of things that shoutcasters shouldn't probably be doing right now. If you actually make it through the qualifier 8s, I would love to see a freak say tons of heat. Or something. I don't think you'll actually say that. Because it's something literally close to damage, but still heat.
Even Australians don't say tons of heat, and they got to sit through 35 degrees per day. That's Celsius, not Fahrenheit. So I mean, that's just really hot. That's like what, 120 plus or something so stupid.
I was about to troll you right there, but yeah, no, I'm not gonna even do that right there. And nope. Vera's gonna be coming up on here, 83 to 107 on the CS score. Truthfully, a little bit too behind. Hadn't burned out the cleanse. Great stun right there at the tower. Unfortunately for not, Otter actually auto-attacked as well, so that was a needed stun. I mean, needed cleanse to get out of there. Just looking so well for the team of Heating Up. Will they secure this game, or will it be the NA League of Throws, League of Cleavers, League of whatever, and we'll see what'll happen. Chase on Fire actually getting some good damage onto Opportunist. Opportunist is gonna have to get away, but Cheesy Cookie and the turn is gonna go down a little bit low. But Dragon's gonna be taken, and everything will be K.
Well, this could be a good opportunity to do a nice 5-on-4 because we do got that Shen ultimate, but Dragon gets absolutely destroyed. And Heating Up, we are going to hit with that Tornado. Are we going to be looking for a kill on top of Cheesy Cookie? Out goes the stun, and the Rune Prison will be a kill. Here comes Shen. No, Shen actually top lane. Grim Samurai doing a Mao-advised dunk on top of that tower, and it looks like Shen grab that kill? Do we got a ward? Do we actually got a ward? Yeah, ward safeguard. Fat is... yeah, it's going to be a delayed chase, so he's not going to be able to grab that. Bottom lane, however, Cole Nero not going to be grabbing that blue buff because of the pressure here from Small Dads Go to Heaven. We might actually be able to grab ourselves a kill, but everyone just so low hit points. I do think they're going to have to back on out of that one. Otter is, quote, the healthiest in their Shen, not using any... oh, he did use Stand United. But I guess he got burned out. Oh, he got kicked out
from Lee Sin. That's why Lee Sin actually dived onto him. Really quickly, Kha'Zix, I mean, even though it was really fed, did not actually want to go into that. Again, his damage is really mitigated if you are next to someone. I mean, the only thing that procs off of groupage is your passive with Void Spikes when it's upgraded. So truthfully, I mean, very smart play, because if Kha'Zix went in there 4v1, even though he had the damage Fat Boy, probably wouldn't have been able to do the kill, especially with a little stun, a little magic, a little bit of room presence.
Small dads, I mean, they were able to put up some pressure, but they weren't enough there to grab that dragon, so the global gold will go to heating up. And other than that, no other kills other than Tarek, but still, I didn't know that you could actually dragon kick out of a stand united.
No, anything that can push you out of there to the skies, Ram's cannonball or powerball, I mean, anything
that's an actual stun.
Well, I mean, anything that just puts you out of the way from a channel. So even with a mouse or anything that breaks the channel, that's very useful. So truthfully, anything that mispositions you, like a bloodsuit grab, especially, I mean, those are just little things that can be detrimental to your fat intake.
Well, that's your hot tip for the day, guys. Dragon kick people out of Shenhold. So 5-2 has the score, about 3,000 gold lead. Not too shabby. 15 minutes in, a little bit low on the kill counter. But again, we have been seeing this much more slower metagame predominant here in NA. Low kills, high objectives, but even then, still 0 towers each. At least we did get that dragon before the 15-minute mark. So I guess let's take a quick look at the creeps. Shen is not doing at all great in those creeps top lane.
Nero's gonna go try to get onto this. You see Sicko start coming right back in. Ragnarok already being used, so he's just gonna be chasing down the Grim Samurais, who's gonna be able to get away. Sicko shot gonna be farming up some wardage as well. Do you see a push up over at this bottom lane? Chase on Fire getting a lot of damage down. But the Janna saying another Sona A, and gonna be backing it away from it, or another Janna A. But yeah, gonna be backing away from it as well. Chase on Fire right now, 142 to 114 on the CS score. Infinity Edge about to be primed up and ready to go. It's pretty good to be Ezreal today, especially if you've seen how many Ezreals has won and literally how many Ezreals have lost, which is actually pretty much a high win rate, at least when we were casting it. Yes, I heard the hot tip thing, I just didn't want to acknowledge it.
I know you didn't, but I kind of expected Jat to pick it up. But still, I mean, there's a 50 creep difference in that top lane. 2 deaths to Shen to the 3 assists of Lee Sin. And Lee Sin does not look like he's interested at all in tanking up. He's probably going to go more assassin style because he does almost have himself a bloodthirster. The double Dorns and still only boots 1. On the flip side, of course, it does look like Sunfire on Fat, which is just a plethora of jokes right there, so I'm not going to say them, but very, very much expect the Sunfire to come out for him in the next few minutes.
So you mean like slathered lard on top of himself and just kind of bathe in the sun?
Yeah, he just catches fire. Fat catches fire, right? Grim Samurai taking a lot of damage. We got that ignite going on. Safeguard to the ward, still trying to dance around the tower, but here comes Nero. Nero with the counter kill on top of that Olaf, as we do finally take down that Lee Sin, but still Fat going to get cooked up there by Kazakhs, and now they are going to be turning their attention to Banny Bear. We do got the Void Leap? I think, no, not Void Leap.
Void Assault.
Void Assault. But I don't think we're going to be able to grab that. He might be able to bide his time, wait for the cooldowns. Cheesy Cookie, good flash out of him, is going to avoid that stun in the bot lane as Otter with that Janna just hitting like a truck when he does have that Eye of the Storm on top of him.
It's just very unfortunate when you have a miss out from any of your skill shots from Varus. It's just so hard to come back from it, and literally you have to auto attack back in, but then again your auto attacks are fastest as well, so you don't have any auto attack speed or attack speed up. It's just really hard to bring up upon that. I mean, right now the thing is Varus gonna have to build up to a bloodthirst and have to buy up his damage output, at least with the Zeal, while Ezreal's gonna be at probably Berserker Greaves right after that, gonna be building up the Infinity Edge, or gonna be doing the both at the same time. It's tough. It's very tough, especially if Varus and Ezreal actually fight together as a just a mono man situation. Ezreal's gonna win out pretty much every time right now, just because Varus is just so far behind.
7-3, heating up, still pretty much in commanding lead. 4,000 gold or so. Down goes the bottom tower as well, so a little bit more extra global gold to their name. Now Ezreal 173 to the 143 of Vars. Both of them do have their BF swords, but I'm thinking it's going to be more of an Infinity Edge first for Ezreal.
Yeah, Infinity Edge is definitely going to be primed up. We do see Fat going to catch on the Grim Samurai and then the disengage. Great Dragon Kick away from there from Grim Samurai. Now he's going to be punching away at these minions. Actually, probably could still go for a kill on Fat, but then again, the minions said, no, we're just going to push up They're gonna feed this tower right over here. Have you ever thought of a minion's life over there? Well, obviously, we'll see the life of Kha'Zix just flash before his eyes, and then use a void cell and leave to get away. But have you ever thought of a minion's life? Is it really worth it to be a League of Legends minion, especially a purple caster minion?
Area of Defect did a song about it.
Really?
Yep, Minion Life. You can look it up on YouTube. It's actually really good. But yeah, life of a minion must suck for these teams because they're just getting destroyed left, right, and center. But down goes another tower. 2 towers to 0 top lane. Absolutely crushing that Shen. Lee Sin is dancing around like a ping pong master. But we do have that chain vest now ready to go on Shen. And he has actually gone for the tier 2 boots for the damage reduction. So he is going to be taken up quite nicely. And just not quite there yet. Now that health bead, is that going to be going for Warmog straight after, you wonder?
Probably, or well, actually, definitely, because he has everything. Doesn't go opportunist. He's gonna go turn it around fast. Gonna go change it up. Gonna get the shadow dash on Nero. And Nero's gonna try to get away from this great stun out, and that now just gonna kind of run away. If anything, oh, that was a great Kha'Zix. He's going in, and opportunist is gonna get out of there. It's actually Rand's gonna try to take out that kill. Still gonna be down by himself. This Bat just needs to get back to the Otter, but Otter is not gonna be able to come around. And it's going to be 2 for 0 already, and probably a dragon take for heating up right now.
Nom. Don't care how much health you have. True damage will slice right through you. Cho'Gath eaten well this game. He's sitting at a score of 4-0-3. Hasn't lost any of those stacks quite yet. And with a Warden Mail and Ninja Tabby, it's not exactly easy to burst him down. That is an upgraded Spirit Stone as well, so he does have that extra monster damage ready to go. So heating up 9-3, just taking Small Dads Go to Heaven to school at this point, and I wonder if they all will go to Heaven to meet up with Small Dad after this game.
I mean, Janna got smoked, Shen got well done. I mean, there's so many things that, you know, heating up has done for this game that, again, they could go on fire, but they didn't really go on fire per se. They just, you know, casually burn at that boiling point at that 233 Kelvin.
Boiling point, yes, so many jokes. I love it. Otter in this bot lane that, you know, Chain of Corruption has kind of been hit or miss so far. Hasn't really seen anything big with it. So, you know how we were talking about a really good Varus can really change the game? I'm not seeing it quite yet with this Varus pick on Otter. I mean, he is 0-0-1, hasn't died. He has done decent work in catching up with the creeps, but he just feels much more behind against this Ezreal.
I mean, it's just those 1 or 2 missed opportunities, and truthfully, they can capitalize on lane. Do you see Chase on Fire going to be using that Trisha Barge to go down onto Varus and make sure he gets a lot of it damage? Kha'Zix says there's a never mind. He gets Season back and be okay. I was trying to do the Jaws thing right over there. I feel like Kha'Zix and all the other AD assassins that are their talent and stuff like that, yeah, kind of feels like they're just Jaws. They're just gonna go in and they're gonna go try to get some kills like that.
For Otter, finally gonna get that chain on top of Reigns, probably the better of the two. Cheesy Cookie with that Radiance, I mean, sure, you look fabulous, sir, but unfortunately no kill gonna be going down, so he does escape death yet again. Chase is on fire. Isn't that a song? Chase is on fire? Chase on fire? I want to say it's a song. Damn, why is it? Couldn't tell you who, though. But anyway, 9-3 right now, heating up still, doing good work. It looks like we're going to see a little bit of a siege in this mid. I mean, it is the last tower standing.
Yeah, definitely. And mid tower is going to be probably be chasing down. The biggest thing that was taken away from the Varus having used cleanse and flashes, what I just said, having to use cleanse and flash, and making sure that there's no opportunity for Varus to actually do anything in the next fight. Although picking up Infinity Edge is going to have a lot of damage output coming in. If you can get one reset onto himself and get a passive proc, it's going to be really good. But if you can't get a passive proc, it's just going to be super detrimental for the team. And well, while that's good to heaven, I mean, they may have to get out of the kitchen because it's just too much heat that is coming to them.
I kind of want to get a soundboard so that we can do the reset from Skara. Get a reset! But I don't have a soundboard. I don't have that technology, which is unfortunate. Still, the siege still going strong here in the mid. In comes the minions looking for that wave clear, but the tower is chipping down ever so slightly. Getting off that rune prison on top of Nero. Nice and big, but unfortunately it does not look like they're really going to be able to burst anyone down. Void Spike still going out there from Reigns. And this tower, I mean, it's getting dangerous. Its days are probably numbered at this point.
Days are numbered. I mean, now towers are taking out damage. This is never good, Jester. We should report this. We should report the whole teams for doing damage to things.
If we could, we would all be in a better place. But down it goes, 3 towers to 0. No global gold yet achieved for the Small Dads Go to Heaven. Now, in the previous matches, you know, in the NA Qualifiers, Small Dads Go to Heaven did 2-0 their opponents, which is the Something Rowing Club. It's actually cut off on my screen. So, you know, I gotta assume that they do have some mechanics, but they are just not having it against Heating Up.
Those are the early takes from the whole team. I mean, truthfully, there's just nothing that you could really do against Small Dads, or against Heating Up, and Heating Up is just taking it on that stride. Well, we'll see if it's going to be happening pretty soon, but truthfully, now Small Dads Go to Heaven, they're going to go think about the next game, because they're technically thinking about the next game anyway. They didn't think about what they're going to be doing with themselves for game 2.
Well, 25 minutes in, I mean, I don't want to really call it over, but there is something close to a 10,000 gold difference between the two teams. It might be low kills, but can an ace even bring it back for the Small Dads if they were given that opportunity?
Possibly, maybe a Baron take as well. A sneaky Baron pick would help up, but overall, I mean, the biggest thing is Rise needs to get some more farm, Varus needs to get some more items, and maybe if they drag it out again 40-30 minutes, or sorry, not 40-30 minutes, at the 40 or 30 minute mark, and make sure that they can opportunize off of any Mystic Heating Up as, they'll be able to take it down. But if not, then yeah, we're just going to be seeing a little bit of slow push and a little bit of catching up. Opportunist barely getting away, great Tornado, but unfortunately for that, still having the flash out and use that Monsoon. Shen going in kind of weirdly, Fat gonna go on the side, and we see the assassination in Town Janna gonna be taking down Supervised. Otter gonna be used for that transportation peck out of there, but Otter still gonna be chased around. Nero just going in, nom right onto the Varus, and Carolyn Reigns is, Complexity Reigns is gonna be taken down. Chase on Fire goes right in and goes right back out because he is not in a good place. Fat is gonna get chased upon. Grim Samurai, great little safeguard to save out the team, and she's a kick. Can you get out of there? I don't actually know why you were actually there. And Bandy Bear, is he gonna go get it? Can he? No, he will not, because he gets ruptured up and says goodbye from the Cho'Gath.
Good altercation there, finally putting some more kills there on the board for Small Dads Go to Heaven, but they did lose out on Otter. That's going to be his first death, and before that he did finish up in Infinity Edge, also has himself a Zeal. So in terms of the farm, it looks like he has, you know, pretty much caught up with that Ezra. Ezra's still rocking the tier 1 boots, so has an extra Doran's Blade, and the first and second tower is now going to be there. Banny Bear picking that one up. I think the minions pushed the bottom by itself.
Possibly, and that's why they're still pushing down over there, so we'll see if they're going to go reset that one up over onto that one. But overall, Small Dads did take up a little bit of good goldage, so they'll be able to pick up some stuff. Rise with the Frozen Heart's going to be using that really well. Infinity Edge still on him, but right now we do have the Zeal, so Varus is going to be matching in damage once he gets a kill, and it's going to be a really big detriment. Actually, Infinity Edge and the Phantom Dancer now being balanced. Ezreal plus a red pot up to boot, you're going to be okay to the damage output as well. So I was saying that Ezreal was not going to be tied up. Now Ezreal and Otter, even if Otter doesn't get a kill, it's going to be tied up as well. So yeah, I mean, right now Small Dads Go to Heaven. All they have to do is kind of uniquely take out a thing called a bug that is Kha'Zix, and make sure that if not, then they're just going to die altogether, because truthfully, all the damage output plus Nero's disruption plus Choosy Cookie's disruption is going to be way too much for the team, and we'll see that come into play really soon.
We're going to have to play a game of Protect the Banny Bear. He's the only one with kills here on Small Dads Go to Heaven, but he is out of the way, able to do a little bit of DPS. Cheesy Cookie is going to be dropping. Reigns is a little low. Same with the Samurai. Sicko Scott is going to drop, as we do get the kill from Chase on Fire. I think maybe the red buff picked it up. Does he even have a red buff? But oh, a great Varus shot in the back from Otter. Picks up that kill, flashing on forward, looking for the kill on top of Samurai. Are going to get it, but he does have himself a Guardian Angel jumping back in. Reigns with Nero putting up that meat front, and there's the Monsoon from Obituarist. And we're going to get one last Sonic Wave out, but by the time everything is said and done, 1 kill apiece with some really low hit points across the board. But overall, 6-12 we're not giving up. Small Dads Going to Heaven are not going to go quietly into this one, and it looks like maybe they're going to man up and do a little bit of counter pressure in the mid.
Well, that and also top tier second turret going to be going down for heating up. And maybe cooling down from this one just a little. Green Samurai actually going to go in onto Fat. Fat's going to try to kate it out from the outside, but then again, it's in enemy territory. You don't want to actually fight over there. I'm sorry, I don't think it's going to go finish up that Sonic Wave onto Resonating Strike, and it's just going to back away from it. Biggest thing that actually happened from there though, Varus taking up a kill over there. Going to have some extra gold onto that advantage. Actually could have picked up a little bit more. Unfortunately, Fnatic didn't have the mana / didn't have the spacing. Nero did zone out pretty much with that rupture and made sure that Otter would not be able to kick up another kill.
Well, missed opportunities aside, getting him that kill, yeah, will put him up pretty nicely. But again, we did get the kill as well from Chase on Fire. So you can see he's actually finished up that Phantom Dance and he's coming back out with a red pot to boot.
Yeah, I mean, it's all good stuff that S3 has, but Tibbers idly just said it, and I kind of agree. Like, Chase on Fire kind of needs some sustain. I mean, he has enough damage, especially with the Affinity Edge, and especially with the Phantom Dancer. I'm thinking he's probably going to go just go to GA and such like that, but truthfully, I would love to see Iceberg Gauntlet, or maybe even Trinity Force technically, but Trinity Force, again, a little bit expensive at this point. Iceberg Gauntlet a little bit cheaper could work out for him, and especially can give him that extra CDRs to actually push out and get some extra kills. I mean, Banny Bear is going to be tanky. There's going to be a little bit of tankiness also as well from the Varus, I mean not the Varus, the Olaf, so you're going to have to try to get around that, and we'll see what Chase on Fire can do. Hopefully he doesn't get caught out in the front line, and same thing with Reigns. He doesn't get caught out in the front line, especially with just how not tanky they are.
Double Rod of Ages Bird.
It's good?
I couldn't tell you the last time I saw that, and I think the last time I saw that it was on a Singed. Double Rod of Ages. I can just imagine him dual wielding the two staves in a armor of frozen hearts and has a tear on his cheek. Yep. Boots on his face, or boots on his feet, tear on his face, double rod, just throwing them at people. Yeah, fun times. 12-6 though.
I'm thinking of the Riot Ages, using his energizers and just like using like a machine gun kind of thing. But do you see a Baron take from heating up? And truthfully, this is not the place where heating up wants to be. Sickle shot going in. We do see this gen going in. Red team did slay the Baron, but there we go. Cheesy Cookie gonna get even on. But Colonel Reigns is gonna go right on Adventurous and now gonna go for the resets. But unfortunately for that, Banny Bear says nope on that for it. But Chase on Fire is still in the back. Full health. Yeah, let's go. And we're going to be able to get a kill from Grim Shot. Fat going to be chased upon as well, but Fat's going to go use that Shadow to get out of dodge.
The only time I would really recommend doing what Small Dad Go to Heaven just did is if you have some actual AoE to your name, because otherwise you're just asking to bunch right up against a team that so far has proven superior in this game. So I don't really know why they did that, but I guess they needed to make some kind of attempt to stop that Baron. Unfortunately, they did not come ahead in that one, losing the tower, 3 team members. That Baron, sure, they were able to get Cheesy Cookie. Not exactly an accomplishment at this point, but they did put down Reigns, so he's going to sit at 7-3-4. He has himself a Mana Mune to boot, and he also has, he's had that cleaver for like ever, but still, can you imagine a Mira Mana coming out on top of this?
I mean,
wow, names
the
Kazakhs.
Yeah, I mean, Mirror Mana on top of that would be okay, but I mean, he's just gonna get more sustain. Plus, he's gonna get more health. I mean, more mana. The biggest thing about Kazakhs, and that's always been a detriment about him, his mana issues are pretty awful. I mean, his issues are pretty much you use that Void Spikes, you use it about 2 or 3 times without blue buff, and you're just gonna be done out in mana. The Mana Mune. I've been building up Iceberg Gauntlets as well. I mean, those 2 things you can really utilize for the Kazakhs play. Overall, in general, the Baron challenge, I guess if you want to call it that. I mean, you have a Rupture, you have a Stun, you have pretty much Detriment in there. Truthfully, the Small Dads Go to Heaven did actually fight a little bit outside the Baron Pit, but then again, there's no way to secure that. And once you went up, you were going to be down to your grave, and that's kind of the thing. I mean, truthfully, you don't want to fight in a close position when you have a big dinosaur looking void monster thing coming at you.
The lobster dinosaur.
Is it a lobster dinosaur?
That's what I call him. I think I stole it from something, but God knows what. It was so long ago. But Cho'Gath at one point was known as a lobster Dinosaur. Tower going to go down. Tanks a little bit of that damage. The Randuin's is going to actually get popped out as well, just going to be slowing down Fat. And you can see the Void Spikes and the Poke coming out from S3 in the back, doing a little bit of work against the small dads. So they kind of have their back up against the wall at this point, because knocking on the door, that's an undefended inhibitor, no towers to its name. It is now also vulnerable, and Chase on Fire is just going to start poking it down. There's really nothing small dads can do about it.
Yeah, unfortunately for now, small dads are going to have to lose off the inhibitor, and they're going to be backing up from this one. Heating Up is doing a really good job just poking away and, you know, making sure that the contest will never actually really happen, and try to get for this second turret over here at bot lane. Chase on Fire taking away the double golems. I mean, yeah, that's true. They could have probably tanked up a little bit on the damage, but then again, they don't want to chance anything. They're just going to push it up slow style, NA style, and we'll see what the team of Heatum X is actually going to do, or what small dad's going to happen if they're going to actually contest this, because Baron's going to be up at least for another minute or so there you go with that.
Apparently that was not the Randuin of Cho'Gath, that was the Randuin of Fat. And we actually have 3 Randuins in this game. What is going on here? But we do have 3 of those shields ready to proc. Olaf has his as well. I'm a little surprised he didn't go for that Shurilia's, but down goes the tower. Fat's going to have to try to Shadow Dash off, but you can see the jump coming in there from Kha'Zix. The Rupture as well, going to eat Obituarist alive. Fat not looking so healthy. Another jump combo with the Void Spike. Stand United is going to proc on out, but it will die before he can go anywhere with it, and shields notwithstanding, Olaf still dropping. Otter now dead in the water as well for the Quadra on top of that Ezreal, and the only one still alive is the Banny Bear, 513.
I think the Banny Bear should be fired, because truthfully, that was a penta. Get the man a penta. Chase on Fire, that would be kind of really at that, but then again, this team's winning. I mean, I'll take the win over that. I mean, they're heated up enough that their warmers are on in a bunch.
They got kebabbed, Quadra kebab. I don't know, something like that. 19-8. That was a really powerful game for Heating Up.
Definitely, and we will be seeing them come into the game number 2 really soon. But small dads is heaven. I mean, yeah, I don't know what to think about it. I'm thinking, truthfully, small guys goes to heaven is the team that they faced was the Chief Rowing Club. I think that club is actually the Australian team that qualified for the NA server, which is not supposed to be happening. So I think they got a bye as well.
I can't actually tell. The brackets are not refreshing for me. Every time I minimize them and then maximize them, they kind of screw up the positioning. So all I can see is EF Rowing Club.